Out of respect, I'm not going to mention this particular ape's name, but I just got a text message that said I was looking to drink myself to death today. And this is a good friend of mine. This is a very strong AMC Ape. I'm not going to mention his name. Um, we really have to talk. I have to talk to him personally. But look, a lot of people are going through very rough times right now. Some, it's financial. Some it could be family issues, medical issues, relationship issues, whatever the case may be. But this is what I've learned. I've been through a lot. I have been through. You have no idea how much. Sometimes it's overwhelming. My mother almost died. People keep asking, like these lunatics on the internet. They're like, "Why is your mother living with you? Why'd you kick her out of her apartment?" These haters are psychos. It's like my mother almost died. I saw her in her apartment. She was collapsed on the floor. I had to call 911. We had to rush her to the hospital. She was inches away from death. She had double pneumonia. She had everything. It was, she has heart problems. She had a triple bypass, COPD. She literally couldn't walk. Okay, that's like I don't. She was. It was so serious. They had to put her in rehab for 2 months. My wife is a fighter, but she's dealing with stage 4 breast cancer, and it's like she's already passed. She's been living with this for over 5 years, and she's the rock of my family. She's without her, I don't know what I would do. I mean, the kids need her. I need her. We all need her, and she's been living with this for over 5 years. And statistically, after 5 years, you know, people who have stage 4 breast cancer pass away. So I mean, God forbid. I'm just saying. I want her to live. I have to think strong. I have to think positive. But what do you think? This doesn't affect me? I have an uncle right now that's in the hospital who's dying. My father's brother, he's dying right now as we speak, and I have to make the decision because my father was the decision maker, but he passed away. So now I'm his medical power of attorney, and it's just crazy that he's having trouble with swallowing food, and they're asking to do all these different operations on him, and they're like it doesn't look good, and it's like I got so much on my plate. It's you know what I mean. So then you're dealing with the stock market, the corruption, but then you say to yourself, money. Look, money comes and money goes in life. I've had a lot of money in my life. I've lost money. I get it back. That's replaceable. So see, money doesn't really ever get me too depressed because I've seen. Listen, you want to hear something crazy? You could go. You could go to a store. You go to a convenience store. You could throw $5 on a number, and you could win yourself a couple of hundred grand. It happened to me. I was playing my anniversary. I won 250,000 one time, just like this, just like that. You know what I mean? So it, money never really depresses me because money comes and goes. I remember when my wife first got stage 4 breast cancer, and we were in a very small, tiny apartment. I just got so pumped up because I knew I had to get my act together. And I just made a ton of money in real estate. I was working as a real estate agent, sales. I was doing piano lessons. I was making like over 1,000 a week in piano. I had all these students. I was just going crazy. So I was just making money every which way I can. And we went from a small apartment to a house. So money could always be made with hard work. This is the thing. If you have hard work and you have determination and you're not willing to stop until you win, money could always be made back. But what my wife is going through is different. You understand? That's something we can't. What can I do? I mean, she's going for her treatments. She goes to the doctor. There's nothing else I could do. I give her a happy life. I'm always there for her. I'm always there for our family, for the children. I support her. I love her. What else could I do? And it's the same situation with my mom. She can't live alone no more. So the reason why I'm being so personal here, I'm getting personal, is because Don't think for 1 second that I don't have my problems, okay? But you can't resort to suicide, okay? You cannot. Suicide, I don't mean to sound mean, it's for the weak. Okay, it's for the weak. It's for the weak-minded. It's for people who just are weak. Because you know why I say they're weak? I'm going to tell you why. Because there are people who depend on you in this world. So what am I going to do? Leave my children by themselves and just forget about them when they need me? And I'm only gonna be selfish and think of myself. Now, look, I understand that this is a very touchy subject because there are people. Look, you want to hear something else personal? My cousin committed suicide. Okay. And I think I know what the reason was. I don't want to get too specific, but I think he might have been, gay. God bless him. And he was getting married to a very beautiful girl. Now, this is all alleged. This is what we will get. No one knows because he had a beautiful life. He had an amazing life. And he was getting married, had a bright future, very smart, very educated, but maybe he just didn't want to. Maybe he felt his family just was so proud of him, because he was getting married and he had this great life and he had a great job lined up. It was like but it was like he was not happy. He was not being himself, and I think he didn't have. I don't want to say the guts because I know it sounds mean. He just didn't want to confront his family. He didn't want to tell them the truth, and he decided to commit suicide. I don't want to get into it. It was absolutely horrible. And this poor girl was in shock. She didn't, his fiance. And I'm not going to mention names out of respect, but so it's not that I'm calling him. Because I know I say it's a selfish act, but it's just if his family would have understood, you know what I mean? It's like you can't turn back time. It's over. What's done is done, and God bless him, and God bless his family. May he rest in peace. Okay, but he could have talked to his family. He could have sat down. What are they going to do? You know what I mean? Even my kids, you know what I mean? I'm going to accept them no matter what. I'm going to love them no matter what. You know what I mean? Of course, we want certain things for our kids. We want them to have the best lives. But at the end of the rainbow, they're still our children, right? And no matter what decisions they make, we have to support them as parents, okay? Because they're our children. And I think if he would have sat down, he would have spoke to his family, I think they would have understood. But he decided to take the route of suicide. And at the end of the day, now he's left. What was the result, with all of his family members they're never going to recover. They're just completely destroyed. So many people who needed him, it's over. That's it. That's why I call it a selfish act. And God, again, just God bless him and God bless his family and God bless everyone. But you can't take that route. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Because there's nothing positive about it. People who need you are going to be the ones who truly suffer. Okay? Because they need you. So I just wanted to make this video. And if anyone is going through a very hard time, always you can feel free to reach out to me. But just remember, people love you in this world, people need you in this world, and people depend on you. And you have to be a fighter. You have to be strong because the sun will rise again.